Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Woodrow Friend. On behalf of the shareholders, veterinarians, and staff at Rood Riddle Equine Hospital, we're honored to partner alongside Breeders' Cup by providing cutting-edge, evidence-based medicine for your equine athletes. Living in the heart of the thoroughbred industry every day, it is evident that all involved in this amazing sport go above and beyond in the care of your horses. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your world-class athletes. From all of us at Rood Riddle Equine Hospital, ride fast, ride safe, enjoy the moment, and we'll see you at the finish line. And now, from the horse capital of the world in Lexington, Kentucky, to the sunny beaches of Southern California, it's my pleasure to introduce Breeders' Cup President and CEO, Drew Fleming.
Thank you, Dr. Friend. We very much appreciate Rood and Riddle's ongoing support. From the shores of the Pacific Ocean, on behalf of our nominators from around the world, our board of directors, and our members, welcome to the 2024 Rood and Riddle Breeders' Cup Post-Position Draw. The best of the best have gathered for the 41st running of the Breeders' Cup World Championships here at beautiful Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf to cement their legacies as world champions. Thanks for being with us today. The stage is set, the world is watching, now let's get on with the show.
It takes determination to get here. Talent and time. Dedication and a dream. And those who had it made history. Long shots who brought us all to the edge. And the legends who took us even further. Here we are again. A new generation of possible champions from every corner of the globe waiting for their spot. Their chance at once in a lifetime. And it all starts right here. Every draw, a name, and a new legacy. Until every gate is filled with pure muscle and magic. And every fan rises to their feet. It's time to take your positions. History awaits.
If that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what does. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Yeah, you can give a round of applause for that. That was beautiful. Welcome. Welcome to the Rood and Riddle post-position draw for the 41st edition of the Breeders' Cup. I'm Brittany Earton, and who else would I be up here with but Nick Clark?
Well, there's probably a lot of people you'd prefer to be up here with, but it's a great pleasure to be with you, and also to be part of this massive international contingent that really is making this a true global thoroughbred championship. 67 international participants here. 179 is the total entry for the 14 Breeders' Cup races, which is a California-based record.
And they are representing 5 different continents. So when the Breeders' Cup was created, you knew you wanted that global appeal, and this year's edition absolutely stands up to the stage. And in terms of being at Del Mar, I don't think there's a better, more picturesque venue right now, is there?
I don't think there is. I'm sure Bing Crosby himself would have told you to get here, to take a train, a plane, a car. And how beautiful does that Breeders' Cup liveried Amtrak look, as we saw a few moments ago, and wonderfully sailing up the West Coast to tell everyone that this is such a wonderful sporting event we need to be at.
The 3rd edition of the Breeders' Cup, held here at Del Mar, will also be held next year, right at the Seaside Oval. But we know what you all want. Oh, a lot of excited fans about that. We know what you all want, us to go through the 14 championship races as speedy as possible. We might be in Padres territory, but I'm sure there are some Dodgers and Yankees fans. And first pitch is at 5:08, so we'll do our best.
Yeah, that is incentive for Brittany, an ardent Dodgers fan, for us to get on with it. We've said it before, I promise you we will now. So on to the first of our 14 races. I have to welcome to you John Lees and Charlie McCall from the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club Racing Office. Charlie is going to draw the pills, and John is going to draw the names of the horses for each and every one of the 14 races. And we begin with this year's edition of the Juvenile Turf Sprint.
The $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint was first contested at Del Mar in 2021, and Twilight Gleaming gave the team of trainer Wesley Ward and jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. a third consecutive win in this Dash for Cash. The next year, Mischief Magic roared home to make the first win by a European-based runner in the Juvenile Turf Sprint. And last year, Big Ebs made it 2 straight winners from across the pond in the fastest time in 3 runnings at the 5 furlong distance. This is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint.
All right, then. It's $1 million. Our opener on Future Stars Friday, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. There are 2 also eligibles here, Pally Kitten and Smash It, and a full field of 12 have been entered for this race. So, without further ado, let's draw.
Number 2.
2, Asterius.
Asterius draws gate 2 for Great Britain for Watnan Racing. Archie Watson, James Doyle takes the ride. Asterius in gate 2. 9-2.
Number 4.
4, Magnum Force.
Magnum Force will come from post position 4. Colin Keane for Jer Lyons, 15-1 on the morning line.
Number 7.
7, Whistle Jacket.
Whistle Jacket from gate 7, the first of an 11-strong contingent from Aidan O'Brien's Ballydoyle stable. Ryan Moore will ride 5-1.
Number 8.
8, Ikoro Sieg.
For Japan, from gate 8, Ikoro Sieg broke a 23-year-old track record last time out. Christophe Lemaire taking the ride for Hideyuki Mori. 7-2.
Number 3.
3, Big Mojo.
Big Mojo, representing last year's winning connections, draws gate 3. Big Mojo from gate 3. Tom Marquand for Mick Appleby. Morning line odds of 4-1.
Number 12.
12, Ides of March.
Ides of March is the first Breeders' Cup ride this year for Frankie Dettori. Draws gate 12, 8-1 for Aidan O'Brien.
Number 9.
9, Shareholder.
Shareholder in the second silks of Watnan Racing comes from gate 9. Carl Burke trains. William Buick won this race on Mischief Magic in 2022.
Number 6.
6, Jet Sweep Joe.
Yeah, thank you. Gate 6, Jet Sweep Joe. For Paul McEntee, Billy Lochnan takes the ride. Jet Sweep Joe, 30-1.
Number 5.
5, Arizona Blaze.
Coming from gate 5, Arizona Blaze and the silks of Go Bears Go, who was second in this race. Adrian Murray, Umberto Rispoli takes the ride. Arizona Blaze, 15-1.
Number 10.
10, Governor Sam.
Gate 10, Governor Sam, Paco Lopez for George Weaver, 12-1.
Number 1.
1, Out on Bail.
The inside, gate 1, out on bail. Luis Saez for Mike Maker, out on bail, 20-1 on the morning line.
And number 11.
11, Gate to Wire.
And finally, in gate 11 is Gate to Wire. Irad Ortiz Jr. has won 3 editions of this race already. Todd Pletcher's the trainer, 30-1. That is the field of 12 for the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. The morning line favourite narrowly at 7-2 is the first of the 19-strong Japanese contingent, Ikoro Sieg.
The last time the $2 million NetJets Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies came to Del Mar, the odds-on favorite, Echo Zulu, validated the confidence of the bettors with a runaway victory. 4 years earlier, the outcome produced a much more surprising result, as Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith guided Caledonia Road to the winner's circle. And Take Charge Brandy scored an even bigger upset in 2014, winning at odds of 61-1 and giving legendary trainer D. Wayne Lucas the most recent of his record 6 wins in this race. This is the NetJets Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
The first Dirt Championship race on Future Stars Friday. NetJet Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, $2 million on the line, 1 mile and 1/16 the distance, and 10 have been entered. Gentlemen.
Number 10.
10, Scottish Lassie.
Post position 10 for Scottish Lassie, your favorite morning line, 5-2 for Jorge Abreu, Jose Lascano. This was the first graded stakes winner for her trainer.
Number 7.
7, non-compliant.
Post position 7 for non-compliant, trained by Bob Baffert, ridden by Juan Hernandez, one of 2 in the race for Baffert, 9-2.
Number 2.
2, Snow White.
Snow White, post position 2, 15-1 for Danny Gargan and Luis Saez.
Number 5.
5, Quick Kick.
Quick Kick, post position 5 for trainer Thomas Dylan Davis to ride, was second in the Alcibiades, 10-1.
Number 1.
1, Vodka with a Twist.
Vodka with a Twist draws the rail for trainer Phil D'Amato. Irad Ortiz Jr. She'll try 2 turns for the first time, 20-1.
Number 4.
4, La Cara.
La Cara, post position 4 for Mark Cassian and Ricardo Santana Jr., 12-1.
Number 6.
6, Otomena Shacho.
Post position 6, another for the Japanese contingent, trained by Hideyuki Mori, Yuga Kawada to ride, and 20-1 are the odds.
Number 3.
3, Immersive.
Post position 3 for the undefeated Immersive for trainer Brad Cox, who won this race back in 2019. Manny Franco to ride, 3-1.
Number 8.
8, Noonie.
Post position 8, Noonie, another for Bob Baffert, Flavian Pratt to ride this one. $1.8 million purchase. She is 15-1.
And number 9.
And 9, American Bikini.
Post position 9 for American Bikini. Takashi Saito trains this runner. Ryan Moore to ride. Japanese contingent very strong, 5-1 on this runner. That is your field of 10 for the $2 million NetJet Breeders' Cup Juvenile fillies. Your morning line favorite to the far outside in Scottish Lassie.
Trainer Chad Brown has 6 wins in the $1 million John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf, including the 2017 renewal with Rushing Fall. When Del Mar next hosted the Cup, it was a filly owned by renowned chef Bobby Flay, Pizza Bianca, that came weaving through traffic in the stretch to taste victory. The first European-based runner to win this race was French-bred Flotilla in 2012. She navigated some heavy traffic before exploding in mid-stretch for a decisive score. This is the John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf.
All right, John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. The home team have a better record than the Europeans here. Full field of 14, and there are 3 also eligibles. They are Super Speed, Tigerish, and Acquitted. They are the also eligibles. Gentlemen, am I going too quickly?
No.
No? I'm not sure there's such a thing. Let's have it.
Number 7.
7, Thought Process.
Thought Process. They're here. Gate 7 for Thought Process. Hector Berrios for Phil D'Amato. 5-2.
Number 12.
12, Mayday Ready.
Mayday Ready draws Gate 12. Frankie Dettori for Joseph Lee. Mayday Ready. 20-1.
Number 8.
8, Heaven's Gate.
Gate 8 for Heaven's Gate. Second string for Aidan O'Brien's Ballydoyle Stables. Wayne Lorden takes the ride. 12-1.
Number 10.
10, Abiento.
Abiento draws Gate 10. Dylan Davis for Mark Cassie, who won this race with Catch a Glimpse in 2015.
Number 14.
14, Anshoda.
The outside for the 5,000 guinea filly Anshoda. Joel Rosario for David Lochnan, who was second with Go Bears Go in the Juvenile Turf.
Number 5.
5, Totally Justified.
Totally Justified gets Gate 5 here. Manny Franco for Rusty Arnold, daughter of Justify.
Number 6.
6, Virgin Colada.
Gate 6 is the Chad Brown representative, Virgin Colada. Chad seeking his 7th victory in this race. Flavian Pratt taking the ride. Virgin Colada, a 20-1 shot.
Number 1.
1, Lake Victoria.
Lake Victoria draws the inside here. The dual Group 1 winner from Europe, champion European filly elect, Ryan Moore, Fraden O'Brien, 8-5 the morning line from the inside.
Number 3.
3, Coretto.
Coretto draws gate 3 in the Calumet Farm colours. Graham Motion, Jorge Ruiz.
Number 11.
11, Fiery Lucy.
Fiery Lucy gets gate 11 here. Gary Carroll riding for Gavin Cromwell. Fiery Lucy 30-1 on the morning line.
9.
9, Kilwin.
Gate 9 for Kilwin. Jose Lescano, another one for Rusty Arnold. Kilwin 20-1.
Number 4.
4, Scythian.
Scythian draws gate 4 here. Junior Alvarado for Bill Mott. Scythian 12-1 on the morning line.
Number 13.
13, Vixen.
Second from the outside here is Vixen. Second from the outside, Vixen in gate 13. John Velasquez for Mark Cassie.
And number 2.
Thoroughbred colours.
Number 2.
2 is
Number 2.
Nitrogen.
And that leaves gate 2 to Nitrogen. Jose Ortiz, another one for Mark Cassie, 15-1 on the morning line then. A full field of 14 for the $1 million John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. And the heavy favourite here, the European champion filly elect, Lake Victoria, in gate 1 at 8-5.
Fierceness routed his rivals in last year's running of the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile, making it 2 wins in a row and 4 overall for trainer Todd Fletcher. In the 2021 renewal here at Del Mar, Corniche gave trainer Bob Baffert a record-tying 5th win in the Juvenile. And when the Breeders' Cup debuted here in 2017, Good Magic broke his maiden with a Juvenile victory, the first horse to accomplish that feat. This is the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
A race that gives us an early look at a Kentucky Derby favorite. There's $2 million on the line, 1 1/16 the distance, and 10 have been entered.
Number 8.
8, Shin Believe.
Post position 8, Shin Believe for trainer Hideyuki Mori and Yutaka Taki to ride. 1 star underneath the belt and won by 5 lengths, 10-1.
Number 6.
6, Citizen Bull.
Post position 6 for Citizen Bull. Bob Baffert, Martin Garcia team up once again as they have many a times in the past, 10-1 on Citizen Bull.
Number 4.
4, Ferocious.
Post position 4, Ferocious, from the same connections that brought you Derby winner Mage, been knocking on the door. Ferocious, Gustavo Delgado, Javier Castellano, 6-1.
Number 3.
3, Hill Road.
Post position 3 for the long shot Hill Road. Trying dirt for the first time for Ireland-based trainer Adrian Murray. Umberto Rispoli to ride, 30-1.
Number 1.
1, East Avenue.
Post position 1 for your favorite East Avenue for trainer Brendan Walsh, Tyler Gaffleone from the same family as Horse of the Year Cody's Wish, and won his 2 races combined 13 1/4 lengths, 5-2.
Number 7.
7, Gaming.
Post position 7 for Gaming, another runner here for trainer Bob Baffert. Irad Ortiz Jr. will ride, 6-1 on Gaming.
Number 5.
5, Jonathan's Way.
Post position 5 for Jonathan's Way, Phil Bauer, Joel Rosario, the team here in Rigney Racing. Jonathan's Way, 9-2, post position 5.
Number 10.
10, Chancer McPatrick.
Oh.
Chancer McPatrick, your second choice on the morning line here, the opposite end of the favorite. Chancer McPatrick for trainer Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt to ride this undefeated 2-time Grade 1 winner, 3-1.
Number 9.
9, Ikoro Asel.
Post position 9 for the Japanese contender Okoro Azel for Hideyuki Mori and Akira Sugawara.
And number 2.
And 2, Getaway Car.
The final of the trio for Bob Baffert, Getaway Car for all of you Taylor Swift fans. Juan Hernandez has the mount, 20-1 on Getaway Car. So that is your field of 10 for the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile presented by the TAA. And as you can see, your top 2 choices on either end of the starting gate. East Avenue, your favorite for Brendan Walsh at 5-2.
Unquestionable won the most recent renewal of the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, setting up trainer Aidan O'Brien and jockey Ryan Moore for a chance at 3 in a row this year. They started their streak at Keeneland when Victoria Road rallied to prevail in a head-bobbing finish in 2022. Moore has ridden all 6 of O'Brien's winners in this race, including one here at Del Mar aboard Mendelssohn in 2017. This is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf.
It is, and there are 14 here. It's a full field. 2 also eligibles are Sabretooth and Kale's Angel. Another big field, hugely contentious race, $1 million on the table, and we're ready to rock and roll with the draw for the Juvenile Turf.
Number 12.
12, Amori City.
Amori City, 1 of 2 in the race for Charlie Appleby, who's won this race 3 times. Draws gate 12. William Buick taking the ride on Amori City. 10-1 on the morning line.
Number 6.
6, Iron Man Cal.
The Little Red Feather team and the Madakettes are in. Ironman Cal draws gate 6. Antonio Fraser for Phil D'Amato. 30-3-0-1.
Number 11.
11, New Century.
Gate 11, New Century, who won the Win and You're in Canada for Oisin Murphy, and Andrew Balding seeking his first Breeders' Cup win. 5-2.
Number 14.
14, Tenacious Leader.
Drawing the outside, Tenacious Leader in the Rapoli Silks, Arad Ortiz Jr. for Todd Pletcher, 15-1.
Number 3.
3, Noble Confessor.
Gate 3 for Noble Confessor, Tyler Gaffleone for Todd Pletcher this time. Gate 3, Noble Confessor, 15-1.
Number 2.
2, Dream On.
Gate 2 for Dream On. Mark Cassie trains. Jose Ortiz takes the ride on this colt by Not This Time. Dream On, 20-1.
Number 10.
10, Menti.
Stall 10 for the brother to fierceness, Menti in the same silks. John Velasquez, Todd Pletcher. From gate 10, Menti, 15-1. Had a choice of 3 targets.
Number 1.
1, Satono Carnaval.
For Japan, Satono Carnaval draws the inside. Rachel King, British-born, Australian-based, Grade 1 winning jockey. Her first Breeders' Cup ride for Noriyuki Hori. Satono Carnaval in 1, 20-1.
Number 9.
9, The Waco Kid.
The Waco Kid, 1 of 2 in the race for trainer Hugo Palmer, draws gate 9. Tom Marquand takes the ride. 20-1.
Number 4.
4, Al Qudra.
4 is the other Godolphin runner for Charlie Appleby. James Doyle takes the ride. Gate 4 then at 4-1, Al Qudra.
Number 13.
13, Henri Matisse.
Second from the outside, Henri Matisse, bidding to give Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore an extraordinary 7th victory in this race. 6-1, Henri Matisse.
Number 8.
8, Minaret Station.
Minaret Station, gate 8. The first Breeders' Cup starter for Will Walden. Christian Torres taking the ride. Minaret Station, 30-1.
Number 7.
7, Seagulls 11.
Seagulls 11 draws gate 7. The other Hugo Palmer runner, 3rd in a Group 1 in Ireland. Louis Saez has been booked to take the ride on Seagulls 11, 15-1.
And number 5.
And 5 is Zulu Kingdom.
And that just leaves Zulu Kingdom to come out of gate 5. Zulu Kingdom representing Chad Brown and Flavian Pratt in the Madaket colours. Zulu Kingdom on the morning line is 8-1. A hugely competitive 14-strong field for the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. And the morning line odds maker has New Century, the winner at Woodbine of the Win and You're In, the 5-2 narrow favourite here for Oisin Murphy and Andrew Balding. So that, ladies and gentlemen, completes the draw for the races on Future Stars Friday. I think if I consult my beautiful Longines timepiece, Brittany Earton, we're going to get you to just about first pitch in good time, aren't we? Yeah? All right. We're very grateful, of course, here at Breeders' Cup to all our very generous sponsors and supporters. One of those sponsors is FanDuel, who provided us with such extraordinary coverage each and every morning in the lead-up to Breeders' Cup. And they now have some very important messages for you, so we will take a very short break. Back after this.
Never been a better time to download the FanDuel Racing app. What are you waiting for? Sign up is quick and easy. There are 0 deposit fees and withdrawals come super fast. Easily track your wagers, rapidly build new tickets, and quickly view potential payouts with FanDuel's My Bets experience. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $500. If your first bet doesn't win, don't sweat it. Get up to $500 back as a racing bonus. Download now.
Any NBA play can inspire your next hunch. And with 3 months of NBA League Pass from FanDuel, you're about to get a whole lot more inspiration. So if you think they're going to rock the rim right out of the gates,
hello,
or you want to RSVP to the block party,
there he is. Yes, sir.
Or you think it's going to start raining threes,
let's go!
FanDuel has more ways to bet on players so you can make your hunches happen. Right now, new customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Plus, all customers get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Hey, so I found a betting system that's really working great for me.
So did I. What's yours?
I set up an hour-a-week time limit on FanDuel. I can also set up wager limits, so I only bet what I can afford, and betting stays fun.
Right.
So what's your system?
What's that?
Your system. What's your system? What is that?
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours.
Elegance is an attitude.
Established in 1982, Rood Riddle Equine Hospital is a worldwide leader in equine healthcare, providing a full menu of specialties of services and treatment for all breeds and disciplines of horses, from the family companion to the high-performance athlete. Learn more today about Rood Riddle Equine Hospital. Visit roodandriddle.com or call 888-773-4838.
Welcome back. Hope you all are enjoying yourself. Thanks for those of you that are joining us on FanDuel as well as social. This is the Rood and Riddle Breeders' Cup Post Position Draw, the 41st edition. So we got Future Stars Friday in the books, and it's time for 9 championship races on Saturday, and we will draw them in race order. We were talking about how quick we're going. Is everyone happy with the pace at which we're drawing these races? I got thumbs up all around, so we're going to continue after it. And he said, get after it. We happily will do. The PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint up next.
Upsets were the story in both editions of the $1 million PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint at Del Mar. Starting with Bar of Gold in 2017 at odds of 66 to 1. In 2021, the odds were not as high on Cece, but she was definitely a surprise, given the presence of heavily favored and defending champion Gamine. Last year, Goodnight Olive joined Groupie Doll as the only back-to-back winners of this race, and she did it in dominating fashion. This is the $1 million PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint.
After Goodnight Olive defending her title last year, we've got some fresh faces here for the PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. Speed and stamina, the name of the game. 7 furlongs is the distance for these 3-year-olds and upward, and 10 have been entered.
Number 1.
1, Frost at Dawn.
Post position 1, rail draw for Frost at Dawn. William Knight, the trainer, and Frankie Dettori to ride, 30 to 1.
Number 3.
3, Pleasant.
Post position 3 for the Bob Baffert trainee Pleasant. Juan Hernandez has the mount. She's a head away from being perfect. One of 2 in here for Juddmonte, 12 to 1.
Number 8.
8, Soul of an Angel.
Post position 8 for Soul of an Angel. I think I heard a few woos over here. Safi Joseph Jr., the trainer, and Drayden Van Dyke to ride.
Number 7.
7, Zeitlos.
Post position 7, Zeitlos, Steve Asmussen, Jose Ortiz will team up here. She won the Win and You're In TCA Stakes at Keeneland, 6 to 1 on Zeitlos.
Number 2.
2, 1 Magic Filly.
Post position 2 for 1 Magic Filly. Antonio Frezu will ride for trainer Phil D'Amato, steadily improving daughter of Good Magic, 10 to 1.
Number 10.
10, Scylla.
Post position 10 for Scylla, so the outside draw for the Bill Mott trainee, Hall of Famer Mike Smith to ride. This, a daughter of close hatches, so some blue blood pedigree there.
Number 4.
4, Vava.
Vava, post position 4 for trainer Cherie DeVoe, Irad Ortiz Jr. This horse gave Cherie her first grade 1 in the States. 4-1, post position 4 on Vava.
Number 5.
5, Pandora's Gift.
Pandora's Gift, long shot 30-1 for Stuart Williams, the trainer who just reached his 1,000th winner. This will be his first Breeders' Cup starter. Umberto Rispoli has the mount, 30-1.
Number 6.
6, Society.
Post position 6, Society. Steve Asmussen, Tyler Gaffleone aboard this one for him, 3-1.
And number 9.
9, Ways and Means.
Post position 9 for your morning line favorite, Ways and Means. She really has found a home around one turn. Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt here, 5-2 on your morning line favorite, Ways and Means. So that is the field of 10 entered to kick off championship Saturday, the PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint.
The $1 million Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint was first contested at Del Mar in 2017, and Stormy Liberal got up in the final stride to win the first of 2 in a row in this race. In 2020, Glass Slippers became the first European-based winner of the Turf Sprint, thanks to a bold late move by jockey Tom Eaves. And the return to Del Mar in 2021 gave trainer Wesley Ward his 6th Breeders' Cup win with favorite Golden Pal. This is the $1 million Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint.
And the score stands at USA 15, rest of the world 1 in the 16 editions that have taken place so far. $1 million guaranteed for the Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. 12 go to post, and there are 3 also eligibles. Nothing Better, Frost at Dawn, who you just heard drew into the Filly and Mare Sprint, and Charcoal. So the 12 then are as follows.
And I have 11. I have 11 here.
We are just sorting out a little more paperwork here. Should tell you that in this Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, there are 3 Intercontinental Champions elect here, which must be a first for Breeders' Cup races. Cogburn, who was just brilliant in the Jaipur Stakes and has subsequently won at Kentucky Downs, very much the divisional leader in the United States. Bradsell is that rare commodity, a European sprinter who has strung together a sequence of top-class efforts, including in Group 1 races in the Nunthorpe Stakes at York, the Flying Five at the Curragh, and then narrowly beaten in the Prix de l'Abbé de Longchamp. Last time, Holly Doyle will ride Bradsell. And, of course, we've got an African champion. Isi Vungu Vungu has come from South Africa, is now trained by Graham Motion here in the United States, ridden by Manny Franco. So 3 champions on 3 different continents. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Number 12.
12, Bradsell.
12 then is Bradsell. The European star draws the outside here, Holly Doyle, riding for Archie Watson, 7-2.
Number 2.
2, Motorius.
2 is Motorius, 5th last year. Gate 2, Antonio Fresu for Phil D'Amato.
Number 7.
7, Howard Wolowitz.
Howard Wolowitz draws stall 7. Flavian Pratt for Jose D'Angelo, 30-1.
Number 3.
3, Arzak.
Gate 3 for Arzak, 2nd at Cogburn in the Jaipur. Joel Rosario for Michael Trombetta, 30-1.
Number 8.
8, Big Invasion.
8 is last year's runner-up, Big Invasion. Frankie Dettori takes the ride this time for Christophe Clement, 20-1.
Number 10.
10, Isi Vungu Vungu.
Is the South African import. Isi Vungu Vungu, the Storm. Manny Franco for Graham Motion, 20-1.
Number 4.
4, Starlust.
Starlust, who ran so well in the juvenile sprint last year. Ross Orion for Rafe Beckett, the Arc de Triomphe winning combination. Starlust from Gate 4, 30-1.
Number 5.
5, AG Bullet.
Gate 5 for AG Bullet. Umberto Rispoli for Richard Baltus, 10-1.
Number 11.
11, Big Evs.
Gate 11 for Big Ebbs, who won last year's juvenile turf sprint. Tom Marquand for Mick Appleby, 12-1, Big Ebbs.
Number 9.
9, Cogburn.
Gate 9 for the brilliant Cogburn. Irad Ortiz Jr. for Steve Asmussen, 7-5 on the morning line.
Number 6.
6, Star of Mystery.
6 for Star of Mystery for Godolphin. William Buick for Charlie Appleby. This 3-year-old filly, 10-1.
Number 1.
And 1, Believing.
And the inside is Believing, who's seen the back of Bradsell the last 3 times this filly. Ryan Moore takes over and blinkers on as well for the inside, Believing, 12-1. A field of 12 then. The Star European Bradsell draws the outside 7-2, and the favourite Cogburn 7-5 in gate 9 for the Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint.
The $2 million Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff gave Japan its second winner on the 2021 card at Del Mar, when longshot Marsh Lorraine prevailed by a nose. When the Cup first came to Del Mar in 17, it was another 5-year-old that got home first, as Forever Unbridled held off the late charge of Abel Tasman. 4 horses have won the Distaff twice, but only 2 in consecutive years. The last one to do that was Royal Delta in 2012, one of a record-setting 5 Distaff wins for trainer Bill Mott. This is the $2 million Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff.
We've been lucky to witness some remarkable performances in the past. One of the original 7 races at the Breeders' Cup is the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff. First won by Princess Rooney in 1984, by Akoa, Zenyatta, you heard Royal Delta, Beholder, some of the greats. So let's find out which lady adds their name to an illustrious list for this $2 million event.
Number 7.
7, Honor D. Lady.
Post position 7, Connections of Honor D. Lady. Seem very pleased with that. Safi Joseph Jr. trains. Tyler Gaffleone rides. 30-1.
Number 5.
5, Sugarfish.
Post position 5 for the Jeff Mullins trainee, Sugarfish. Tyler Bays was purchased for just $40,000 and has earned nearly 8 times that much. 20-1.
Number 4.
4, Alice Verite.
Alice Verite, Japanese contender for trainer Kazuya Nakataki. Kyle Frey will ride this Group 3 winner. 30-1.
Number 1.
1, Candide.
Drawing the rail is the Todd Pletcher trainee Candide. Irad Ortiz has the mount. Pletcher seeking a 4th Distaff victory. 15-1 on Candide.
Number 8.
8, Miss New York.
Post position 8 from Miss New York, Jorge Delgado, the trainer, Umberto Rispoli to ride, and owned by Ammo Racing. 20-1 on Miss New York.
Number 2.
2, Torpedo Anna.
Post position 2 for Torpedo Anna, Kenny McPeak. I can see him on the corner of my eye. What do we think, Kenny? Okay, I got a thumbs up. Brian Hernandez to ride. Of course, your Kentucky Oaks winner. She's capable of beating anybody, and she knows it, is what McPeak has said. She is 4-5 and your favorite.
Number 9.
9, Awesome Result.
Awesome Result, post position 9, getting a lot of buzz. The undefeated runner in 6 starts. She is the daughter of Justify, Yasutoshi Iki, and Yutaki Taki to ride. 4-1.
Number 10.
10, K. Evasora.
Post position 10, so an outside for the Argentinian runner. Trainer Phil D'Amato, Tiago Pereira will ride this one. 30-1 on the morning line.
Number 6.
6, Raging Sea.
Post position 6 for Raging Sea. She's on a 3-race win streak and would give trainer Chad Brown a first Distaff victory. Flavian Pratt will also ride this one for Chad. 7-2.
Number 3.
And 3 is Batucada.
And surely last but not least, Batucada for trainer Safi Joseph Jr. Another in the race for him. Ricardo Santana will ride, was second in the Beldame, 20-1 on Batucada. So that is your field for the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff and your Kentucky Oaks, and second in the Travers runner, Torpedo Anna, 4-5, post position 2.
The $5 million Longines Breeders' Cup Turf went to Talismanic in 2017 in Del Mar's debut as a host site. It was the 3rd turf win for trainer Andre Faub, whose first one came in 1990. 4 years later, in the return to Del Mar, European-based runners claimed the top 4 finishing spots, led by a 3-year-old Yibber. 3-year-old Auguste Rodin won the turf last year, giving trainer Aidan O'Brien an unprecedented 7th win in this race. This is the $5 million Longines Breeders' Cup Turf.
And a big field as well for the $5 million Breeders' Cup Turf, sponsored by Longines. 13 go to post, no also eligibles here. What a race it is.
Number 8.
8, Cabo Spirit.
Cabo Spirit, likely pace here. Winner of the win, and you're in at Santa Anita. Abel Cedillo for George Papapadromou, 30-1.
Number 10.
10, Wingspan.
10 is the filly Wingspan. Came of age when second in the British Champions Fillies and Mares. Wayne Lord and Fraden O'Brien, 15-1.
Number 9.
9, El Encinal.
Gate 9 for El Encinal. Armando Ayuso for Francisco Garcia, 30-1.
Number 12.
12, Gold Phoenix.
GFP, Gold Phoenix, draws gate 12. Kyle Frey for Phil D'Amato.
Number 4.
4, Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, Grade 1 winner at 2, 3, 4, and 5. Draws gate 4 for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien, 12-1.
Number 11.
11, Rebels Romance.
Winner in 2022. Right back on point this year. Stall 11, Rebels Romance. William Buick for Charlie Appleby, 5-2.
Number 3.
3, Shariar.
Big hope for Japan. From gate 3, Shariar, third last year. Christian Demuro for Hideaki Fujiwara, 10-1.
Number 13.
13, There Goes Harvard.
13, There Goes Harvard. Johnny Velasquez for Mike McCarthy, 30-1.
Number 6.
6, Far Bridge.
Gate 6 for Far Bridge. Joel Rosario for Christophe Clement, Far Bridge, 6-1.
Number 5.
5, JRB.
JRB draws gate 5 for Brian Meehan, who won this race with Red Rocks and Dangerous Midge in the Silks. Sean Levy taking the ride. JRB, 4-1.
Number 1.
1, Rusham Park.
The inside for the other Japanese contender, also in the Sunday racing colours, Rusham Park. Christophe Lemaire for Hiroshi Tanaka.
Number 2.
2, Emily Upjohn.
She could have gone for the filly and mare turf. She's gone for the turf against the boys. In gate 2, Emily Upjohn, Frankie Dettori for John and Thady Gosden. Dettori back with the Gosdens in the colours of Andrew and Madeline Lloyd-Webber. The Fugue was run down by Magician in this race.
Number 7.
And 7 is Grand Sonata.
In gate 7 is Grand Sonata. Tyler Gaffleone for Todd Pletcher. Grand Sonata, 20-1 on the morning line. That's the 13. Lucky for some in the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf. And in a tight race, the morning line favourite is the 2022 winner, Rebels Romance for William Buick and Charlie Appleby.
Gunrunner won the first running of the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic at Del Mar, helping punch his ticket to the Hall of Fame. 4 years later, Nick's Go came here and blazed the trail to the winner's circle. He grabbed the lead out of the gate and never looked back. And it was 20 years ago that another Hall of Famer, Ghost Zapper, ran the fastest classic for legendary trainer Bobby Frankel. This is the $7 million Longines Breeders' Cup Classic.
When the Breeders' Cup was first created back in 1984, it was to bring together the best of the best from around the world to compete on one stage. And the Classic, its crown jewel, so important they upped the purse just a little bit to $7 million. It's the richest race in North America, and this year is perhaps one of the most intriguing yet. It's a Breeders' Cup Classic of truly global proportion. 3 of the top contenders from 3 different countries, competitive on all standpoints. We have a full field of 14, with 1 also eligible and rattle and roll for trainer Kenny McPeak. The $7 million Longines Breeders' Cup Classic at 1.25 miles. Gentlemen, take it away.
Number 14.
14, next.
Post position 14 for the marathon specialist, next for trainer Doug Cowan's Luan Machado to ride. Now, this horse has won his last 7 races by a combined 91 3/4 lengths, a first Breeders' Cup for both trainer and rider. And I know a lot of fans of Next very happy to see him in the Classic. 8-1 morning line on Next.
Number 10.
10, Tappet Trice.
Post position 10 for Tappet Trice, Todd Pletcher, Irad Ortiz to ride. Ortiz is looking for a 3rd Classic victory, and this owned by Mandy Pope's Whispering Hill Farm and Gainesway Stable. Tappet Trice, 30-1.
Number 12.
12, Arthur's Ride.
Post position 12 for Arthur's Ride. A great story behind the name, named for owner Carl Glassman's late father, who in his final days often said, "I've had a great ride." Your Whitney winner for Bill Mott and Junior Alvarado, 15-1 at post 12.
Number 9.
9, Fierceness.
Post position 9 for last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner, this year's Travers winner, Fierceness. No horse has ever won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and the Breeders' Cup Classic. Fierceness will look to be the first for trainer Todd Pletcher. Hall of Famer John Velasquez, 3-1 on Fierceness.
Number 4.
4, Mixto.
Post position 4, Mixto. We got a few cheers from the team here. Doug O'Neill and Kyle Frey teaming up once again after pulling off the upset to win the Pacific Classic right here at Del Mar. 30-1 on Mixto.
Number 7.
7, Ushba Tesoro.
Post position 7 for the Japanese contender Ushba Tesoro. Richest Japanese horse of all time was just named that. Finished 5th last year in this race. Noboru Takagi and Yuga Kawada will team up here. 12-1 on Ushba Tesoro.
Number 5.
5, Senor Buscador.
Senor Buscador, fan favorite for trainer Todd Fincher, Joel Rosario, winner of the $20 million Saudi Cup. Horse of a lifetime for the Peacock family. 30-1 on Senor Buscador.
Number 3.
3, City of Troy.
Post position 3 for City of Troy. This is your morning line favorite, 5-2 for trainer Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore. Aidan O'Brien has trained many champions, and he has called this horse the best horse he's ever trained. We'll try dirt for the first time. City of Troy, post 3, 5-2.
Number 1.
1, Forever Young.
We got some laughs from the contingent here. Forever Young draws the rail. Post position 1 for Yoshida Yahagi and Ryusei Sakai. And Yahagi jokingly calls himself the Del Mar Master after training the first and only 2 Japanese-based winners of the Breeders' Cup back in 2021 right here. 6-1 on Forever Young.
13.
13, Newgate.
Post position 13 for Newgate, Bob Baffert and Frankie Dettori was involved in a 3-way photo last out in the inaugural California Crown. Baffert's looking to extend his record to 5 in the Classic.
Number 11.
11, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, post position 11 for trainer Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt to ride. A second shot at the Classic for International Ownership Group Coolmore. This horse purchased for $2.3 million and was second, a narrow second in the Kentucky Derby. 12-1 for Sierra Leone, post 11.
Number 8.
8, Pyrenees.
Post position 8 for Pyrenees, another for trainer Cherie DeVoe, one of 5 runners in this year's Breeders' Cup for her. Brian Hernandez to train, and it's a family affair for the owners. Blue Heaven Farm, a mother and son operation. So Pyrenees is 30-1, post 8.
Number 6.
6, Dharma Sotogake.
Post position 6 for Derma Sotogake, Hidetaka Otanashi and Christophe Lemaire will team up here. Derma Sotogake, don't overlook, finished second in this race last year at 26-1. Morning line odds for this race, 20-1.
Number 2.
And 2 is Highland Falls.
And last horse to fill the starting gate is Highland Falls for Brad Cox. Luis Saez has the mount. Your Jockey Club Gold Cup winner, both dam and sire, won a Breeders' Cup race back in the 2000s. So Highland Falls looking to continue that trend. Pose position 2 for Highland Falls, 20-1. So that is a look at an incredibly appealing, intriguing, and competitive field for this year's $7 million Longchamp Breeders' Cup Classic. And coming in from Europe, City of Troy named your 5-2 morning line favorite. Now we still have 4 more champion. Please, a round of applause for the big one, yes? We still have 4 more championship races to draw here, so please stick around. We know we're going at a fast pace. Up next, and we'll bring Nick back up here, is the Maker's Mark Filly and Mare Turf.
History was made in the $2 million Maker's Mark Filly and Mare Turf when Love's Only You prevailed, marking the first Breeders' Cup victory for a horse based in Japan. 7 of the last 8 winners of this race came from overseas connections, including Wahida for Godolphin here in 2017. And it was 25 years ago that this race had its debut on the Breeders' Cup card, as Soaring Softly gave trainer Jimmy Toner his Breeders' Cup win. This is the $2 million Maker's Mark Filly and Mare Turf.
Quarter of a century then of champion fillies and mares. $2 million for this grade 1. 13 go to post no, also eligibles. Let's do it.
Number 8.
8, Hang the Moon.
Gate 8 for Hang the Moon. Kazushi Kimura for Phil D'Amato. Hang the Moon, 10-1.
Number 4.
4, Warlike Goddess.
Warlike Goddess, who's making her 4th trip to the Breeders' Cup, 3rd in this in 21 here, 3rd against the boys in 22 and 7th in the turf last year. 5-2, Junior Alvarado for Bill Mott. Gate 4.
Number 13.
13, Sunset Glory.
The outside is Sunset Glory. Manny Franco for Michael McCarthy here. Sunset Glory draws 13, 30-1.
Number 3.
3, Cinderella's Dream.
Gate 3 for Cinderella's Dream. William Buick for Charlie Appleby. Successful, of course, with Wahida last time they had a runner here at Del Mar in this race. 4-1.
Number 2.
2, Full Count Felicia.
Gate 2 for Full Count Felicia. Irad Ortiz Jr. for Kevin Attard. 1 of 2 in the race for the trainer. 12-1.
Number 12.
12, Soprano.
2nd at Keeneland just a couple of weeks ago. Soprano draws 12. Billy Lochnan seeking his first Breeders' Cup success for trainer George Bowie. 20-1.
Number 1.
1, Beautiful Love.
The inside is the 2nd Godolphin runner, the 3-year-old filly Beautiful Love. Asheen Murphy taking the ride on this one for Charlie Appleby. The 1, 20-1.
Number 11.
11, Beach Bomb.
Stall 11, another South African import to join Graham Motion. Beach Bomb. Antonio Frezu.
Number 5.
5, Didia.
Argentinian-bred Didia draws gate 5. Jose Ortiz for Nacho Correas, whose Blue Prize won the Distaff so memorably a couple of years back. Didia 12-1 on the morning line.
Number 10.
10, Moira.
Canadian champion Moira. 3rd run in this race, 5th 2 years ago, 3rd last year. Can she go 2 better? She draws gate 10. Flavian Prat has been booked for Kevin Attard.
Number 6.
8-1.
6, Ylang Ylang.
Ilang Ilang, Group 1 winning 2-year-old, hasn't quite hit the mark this year. Ilang Ilang, gate 6, a 10-1 shot. Ryan Moore for Aidan O'Brien.
Number 9.
9, Anisette.
Anisette, brilliant import from Europe, now trained by Leo Powell. Umbi Rispoli takes the ride on. Anisette draws gate 9, 15-1.
And number 7.
7, Content.
Post position 7 for Content. Frankie Dettori taking the ride for Aidan O'Brien, winner of the Yorkshire Oaks, in which she beat, amongst others, Emily Upjohn. 6-1, Content. That completes the 13-strong field for the Maker's Mark, Filly and Mare Turf. $2 million here, and in a competitive field, the morning line odds maker has Warlike Goddess making her 4th trip to a Breeders' Cup, the 5-2 market leader.
Elite Power captured the $2 million Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint last year, making him the third horse to win consecutive runnings. Roy H. is in that club, too. He scored his first Breeders' Cup Sprint win at Del Mar in 2017, tracking a sizzling pace and still producing a strong finish. In 2021 at Del Mar, Aloha West summoned a dramatic stretch run to win for trainer Wayne Catalano, who saddled his fourth career Breeders' Cup winner. This is the $2 million Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint.
Speed is the name of the game here. Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint, $2 million, as you heard, for 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 furlongs the distance, and 11 have entered this competitive affair.
Number 8.
8, straight, no chaser.
Post position 8, straight, no chaser. This is a second Breeders' Cup starter for SoCal-based trainer Dan Blacker. John Velasquez to ride, who won this race 20 years ago aboard Speightstown. 5-1.
Number 3.
3, federal judge.
Post position 3 for federal judge Brad Cox, the trainer. Irad Ortiz to ride. 4 for 6 lifetime and won the Win and You're In Phoenix Stakes. 3-1.
Number 4.
4, Nakatomi.
Post position 4 for Nakatomi. We had a large response coming from the audience. I'm not sure how to read it. Wesley Ward, Tyler Gaffleone to ride. 6-1 on Nakatomi.
Number 11.
11, Skelly.
Post position 11 for Skelly. Ricardo Santana will ride the speedy son of Practical Joke. Steve Asmussen, the trainer. 8-1 on Skelly.
Number 5.
5, Don Frankie.
Post position 5 for Don Frankie. Japanese contender Takashi Saito, Christian Demuro will team up here. You can't miss him. He recently received the designation of heaviest horse in Japan at over 1,300 pounds. Can't miss him. 15-1 on Don Frankie.
Number 10.
10, Mulligan.
Mulligan for Rudy Brisset and Flavian Pratt. 7-2 on Mulligan, is on a 4-race winning streak, including the Grade 1 Forgo. We've got Mulligan at 7-2.
Number 9.
9, Remake.
Post position 9, another Japanese contender in here, Remake. Yuka Kawada will ride this runner, 9-time winner who's earned over $3.5 million. Remake is 8-1 on the morning line.
Number 7.
7, Metamax.
Post position 7 for Metamax, Hideyuki Mori, Akira I'm having a challenge here. Sugawara, Japanese contingent laughing at me. 20-1 on Metamax, the Kentucky bred, purchased for $1.1 million, but Japan-based.
Number 6.
6, Ben Tornado.
Ben Tornado, post position 6 for the long shot here. Jose D'Angelo, Luis Saez to ride. 30-1 on Ben Tornado. Big effort last out, though, to win the Gallant Bob.
Number 2.
2, Gun Pilot.
Post position 2 for Gun Pilot, Steve Asmussen. Another one for him. Christian Torres to ride, owned and bred by 3 Chimneys Farm. 20-1 on Gun Pilot. And finally, gentlemen.
Number 1.
1 is Raging Torrent.
They had to wait a long time, this crew, Raging Torrent. Doug O'Neill, Antonio Frazu to ride, reportedly working up a storm. Owner Mark Davis brought Lulu, his bulldog, here to the post position draw. Quite famous, was in the winner's circle at Churchill Downs, I'm told. So Raging Torrent, post position 1 draws the rail, 10-1, the morning line odds. And your lukewarm favorite for this race is Federal Judge, post position 3 at 3-1. That is your field for the Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint.
Master of the Seas was dazzling in last year's $2 million FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile. And it marked the 3rd straight win in this race for owner Godolphin, trainer Charlie Appleby, and jockey William Buick. The streak started here at Del Mar in 2021 with Space Blues. He's one of 4 consecutive foreign-based winners of the mile. American-based runners earlier won 3 in a row, culminating with World Approval's triumph at Del Mar in 2017. This is the $2 million FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile.
What a race it is for the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile. $2 million here. We've got one of the best milers in Japan, 3 of the best milers in Europe, and the best miler on each coast of the United States of America. Gentlemen, 12 go to post here. No, also eligible.
Number 5.
5, Goliad.
Gate 5, Goliad, Flavien Prat for Richard Mandela. 20 to 1.
Number 4.
4, Diego Velasquez.
Gate 4, Diego Velasquez. Aidan O'Brien shocked them when Order of Australia won this race at Keeneland. 8 to 1 under Ryan Moore.
Number 8.
8, More Than Looks.
8 for More Than Looks. Jose Ortiz rides for Cherie DeVaux, who's having another sensational season, looking for that Breeders' Cup victory.
Number 1.
20 to 1.
1, Ramatuel.
The inside goes to the French filly, the sole representative from France, Ramatuel. Gate 1, the Prix de la Forêt winner, the same race used regularly to win this race by Goldikova. She was trained by Freddie Head, this one by his son Christopher. 5 to 1.
Number 10.
10, Win for the Money.
Win for the Money draws gate 10 here. Patrick Husbands for Mark Cassie. Win for the Money, 30 to 1.
Number 12.
12, Carl Spackler.
The outside is drawn by the hugely talented Carl Spackler, brilliant winner of the Coolmore Turf Mile at Keeneland. Tyler Gaffleone for Chad Brown, 6 to 1.
Number 3.
3, Geoglyph.
Very talented Japanese miler draws gate 3. Geoglyph second in the Sapporo Kinnan to warm up for this race for Takeshi Yokoyama and Tetsuya Kamira, 20 to 1.
Number 6.
6, Notable Speech.
Can Charlie Appleby do it 4 times with 4 different horses in consecutive years? Notable Speech, the 2000 Guineas winner in England. William Buick takes the ride, 7 to 2 from gate 6.
Number 11.
11, 10, Happy Rose.
10 Happy Rose, about a dozen very happy people. Draws 11 for Japan. Akihide Tsumura and Daisuke Takiyanagi, all the very best. 30 to 1.
Number 2.
2, Chili Flag.
Gate 2, Chili Flag. Irad Ortiz Jr. for Chad Brown, 20 to 1, Chili Flag.
Number 9.
9, Johannes.
Post position 9 for Johannes. Umbi Rispoli for Tim Yakteen. Superb at Santa Anita at the end of September. It's been a fine season, 9 to 2.
And number 7.
And 7 is Porta Fortuna.
She went close in a Breeders' Cup last year. She's been brilliant this. Porta Fortuna draws gate 7 as Donica O'Brien bids to join family members Joseph and Aidan on the Breeders' Cup winning trainers list. That is the field then. Field of 12 for a superb edition of the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile presented by the PDJF. And the morning line favourite here, narrowly, is the Charlie Appleby trained, who else? Notable Speech.
The $1 million Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile had its first back-to-back winner in 2014 when Golden Sense put on an amazing display of speed and held off the closers. Last year, Cody's Wish joined the consecutive wins club, displaying the class and courage of young Cody Dorman, for whom the horse was named. And the first Dirt Mile won by Cody's Wish was honored at the Eclipse Awards ceremony as Sports Moment of the Year for 2022. This is the $1 million Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile.
And it is the final championship race on Saturday, the Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. We've surely been treated to some thrilling finishes and obviously some very special moments, as you just saw there. 1 mile, of course, and a full field of 14 have been entered.
Number 13.
13, Pipeline.
Post position 13, Pipeline for Cherie DeVaux. Hall of Famer John Velasquez will have the mount, 30 to 1.
Number 9.
9, Domestic Product.
Post position 9, your morning line favorite, Domestic Product. Chad Brown, Flavien Prat, they opted for this race over the sprint. Your grade 1 Alan Jerkins winner, 7 to 2.
Number 10.
10, Muth.
Post position 10, Muth for Bob Baffert and Juan Hernandez. This could give Baffert his first win in the dirt mile. Muth at 9-2.
Number 6.
6, Seize the Gray.
Post position 6 for Seize the Gray would be a very large winner's circle photo. Owner's My Racehorse. Dwayne Lucas, the trainer, all-time leading trainer at the Breeders' Cup with 20 wins. Seize the Gray, also your Preakness winner, Jamie Torres, to ride. 10-1.
Number 7.
7, Tumbarumba.
Tumbarumba, post position at 7 in the starting gate for trainer Brian Lynch. Luis Saez to ride, and this is a second runner within the race for owners Wathnen Racing. 30-1.
Number 2.
2, T.O. St. Denis.
Post position 2, I don't think they were happy with that. I didn't hear a good response coming to the right of me. T.O. St. Denis, 30-1. Daisuke Takiyanagi and Ryusei Sakai will team up.
Number 12.
12, Mufasa.
Post position 12 for the Chilean bred Mufasa. Ignacio Correas, the trainer. Tyler Gaffleone has the mount. 12-1.
Number 1.
1, Saudi Crown.
Saudi Crown draws the rail for trainer Brad Cox and Florent Giroux. We know how often they've teamed up for victories. 5-1 on Saudi Crown.
Number 5.
5, 3, Technique.
3 Technique, post position 5. We got some cheers there. The 3 Technique, Jason Cook, Rafael Bejarano was 8th in the Breeders' Cup Sprint last year. Did win the Win and You're in ACAC last out. 30-1 on 3 Technique.
Number 4.
4, Katona.
Post position 4, Katona. Some cheers. Thank you. We appreciate that. Doug O'Neill, Frankie Dettori. O'Neill won this race back in 2013 with Golden Sense. 30-1.
Number 3.
3, Full Serrano.
The Argentinian bred draws post position 3. Joel Rosario will ride for trainer John Sadler.
Number 8.
8, Post Time.
Post position 8 for post time. This is a first Breeders' Cup runner for Brittany Russell, and her husband, Sheldon Russell, will ride. 12-1.
Number 14.
14, Skippy Longstocking.
Oh.
It's the far outside post for Skippy Longstocking, Safi Joseph Jr., Irad Ortiz. Together they opted for this race over the Breeders' Cup Classic. 4-1, and the outside post for Skippy Longstocking.
And number 11.
And 11 is Cagliostro.
Cagliostro, post position 11, Cherie DeVoe will send out this runner, Jose Ortiz, and this was the other runner for owner Wathnen Racing. So that is your field for the final Breeders' Cup Championship race, the Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, and your morning line lukewarm favorite is Domestic Product. I'm going to bring Nick back up here one more time. Can we just have a round of applause for each and every one of you? You all know how difficult it is to get here. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the week. We surely are, right?
Yeah, and you can give yourself a round of applause if you're watching at home as well on FanDuel. Thank you very much for staying with us.
Is that it? We wrap it up?
No, it's not it at all.
Okay, you tell me more.
First of all, I want to thank Rood Riddle for their generous sponsorship once again of the draw. The gentlemen from the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club, John and Charlie, thank you so much for doing that seamlessly and beautifully. And we need to tell you where and when to tune in. The weekend, weekend, or yours?
Lots of great racing action coming to you on FanDuel in lead up to the Classic on Saturday and after the Classic on Saturday. All coverage on FanDuel. Peacock will also have complete coverage both on Friday and Saturday, and you can look for a lot of coverage between USA Network and NBC. I will not read you all of the times because it may confuse.
All right, I think you are in good time.
Am I?
You've only missed a tiny bit.
I have. How are the
everyone,
Dodgers doing? No, thank you all. Enjoy Breeders' Cup. Thank you for having us, and have some fun this weekend. Good luck.
All right, play ball.
It just sounds weird.
Elegance is an attitude.
Researchers have identified